You notice I'm not wearing my chef jacket today because I am in my adoptive country, Nicaragua, home of my late wife, Gloria. For this episode, one that's extremely special to my heart, my son Patrick and I will visit my sister-in-law and learn the family recipe for one of Nicaragua's most cherished dishes, the nacatamal. In memory of my wife, I want to share with you some of our favorite places in the country, including some beachfront restaurants near our secluded home and the Pacific coast, all for Gloria and a taste of history. Wow, spectacular. Located in western Nicaragua is the department of Carazo. While this region is one of the smallest in the country, its diverse climatic zones and fertile volcanic soil make the land perfect for agriculture, such as organic coffee production, which was first introduced to this area in the late 1800s. My late wife Gloria is from the small town of San Marcos, where her father was a carpenter and her mother a cook. To this day, her sister Thelma maintains the roots of the region at our family farm, and I'm excited to come back here and taste one of Nicaragua's most famous specialties, the nacatamal.
Conservamos las costumbres, digamos, que nos trajo la colonia y que se mezclaron con las costumbres nuestras, especialmente en la comida y también en la creencia religiosa. Mira, según la historia, el nacatamal, 500 y más años de conservar invariable esa tradición. Es como una ley de nuestra vida. Nosotros estamos fuera del país y estamos pensando en el nacatamal. Gloria, que emigró del país a Estados Unidos, nunca perdió su raíz. Nunca olvidó su nacionalidad y nunca sus costumbres ancestrales.
I hope you can see the excitement that I got here. Guess what? I'm here with my favorite niece, Damaris, to show you how this very special recipe, the nakatamales, that was Gloria's favorite dish, actually gets put together. Damaris, un placer. Usted está aquí me ayudar. Sin usted, yo no puedo hacer eso nacatamal.
No, claro que sí.
Casado con tu tía, 47 años, usted sabe hacer eso. The first step, however, the important step is, so we have white corn that we gotta boil.
Ese maíz se mezquiza, suelte la piel. Tú tocas y la piel se quita. Cuando eso ha sucedido, quitamos el maíz del fuego, dejamos enfriar y después lavamos hasta que la piel desaparece. Después lo ponemos al fuego nuevamente. Y lo cocemos y cocemos y cocemos hasta que el grano se abre y se separa, lo molemos.
You make what we call a masa. So you can see this is a labor-intensive process. Obviously thinking ahead of time, I got some made already. So this one is properly seasoned, it's just perfect. For the dish here, it's a traditional way of doing it. You have pork short ribs, any kind of pork, and then you have what we call in English fatback. Those three pieces of meat get into each of the nacatamal. She uses achote, which is anato in English. We use it many times in Caribbean cooking. This is a bitter orange and has tremendous flavor. And in Nicaraguan cooking, you cannot cook without a little bit of garlic.
Sal.
Marinar. See. So the important thing, if you want to make that, you want to marinate it at least the day before. Obviously, you might want to flip them a couple of times and marinate them. And you cut it in big pieces, small pieces, depend how much money you want to spend on your nacatamal. And now it comes in potato, tomato, little pepper, and onions that go in there. The rice that goes in the nacatamal as well gets soaked in water the day before. A little bit of annatto, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of bitter orange, and let it sit the day before so it swells up. So she's going to now get the banana leaf off and start assembling one. Basically, the banana leaf or the plantain leaves just go over some hot fire so it lets itself be tangible so you can fold it. If you would take it off the tree, you could never fold it. This you can purchase as is like that in most of the Asian stores anywhere in America.
Ponemos una hoja con la fibra y
To the left.
horizontal
Uh-huh.
y otra aquí vertical
So
para que no
the
se
trick is
salga.
a vertical line and a horizontal line,
Y una pequeñita.
and a small one in the middle.
Se salga, bueno, vamos a hacer una catamal que
Sí.
no sea tan grande, pero
We're going to start assembling it. So first the masa.
ponemos la masa y lo mejor poner todos los ingredientes en orden para que no se nos quede ninguno. Y ponemos un poco de arroz,
The potatoes, the pepper, onion, tomato,
chile.
and the chili. They are the hottest chili you would ever want to find. Okay.
Entonces nosotros vamos a tomar los extremos, ¿verdad? Y vamos a enrollar socado. Entonces vamos a doblar aquí y nosotros hacemos aquí para que caiga todo y lo traemos para
So
atrás.
you basically you fold it really tight, and then you fold it again, and you tie the edge over. The final step before we obviously cooked the nacatamal was to find a way to tie it up. So we went out and we found the borillo, which is the stem of the plantain, the flavor of the plantain that ties right into it. So basically what you're going to do is steam it for 3 hours. After you spend this much time on making it, you want to make sure that the fire is slow, steam. That's a lot of work, those nakatamales, but worth it.
Ya queremos nacatamal.
Oh, okay. Uno,
Ok, yo los abro.
dos.
Dos.
Siéntese. So when you eat it, basically, you just take a fork and dig into it. The flavor is right built in there.
Este plato siempre ha sido lo favorito de nuestra familia, de mi mamá. Right, Dad? This is Mom's favorite dish.
It's her favorite dish, and when I first had it 45 years ago, when I first came to Nicaragua, I've always had it when I came back again, and we made it many times together. And Gloria was a big specialist. All the Flores family knows how to make good
Toda la
nakatamales.
familia Flores sabe hacer ricos nakatamales. And typically, people didn't even really have flatware. You just use your tortilla as your, as your spoon. One of the favorite things of mine is that you make this in order to take it on the road with you. It has everything, right? You've got the masa, you've got rice, you've got the pork, and then it's ready to go. You go on a vacation, you go on a beach trip. I love it. And Mom used to bring them to the beach with us and make them for me before I'd go out surfing.
You know how many nakatamales are in there?
Cuando la colonia española
During the Spanish
dejó
colonial.
de enviar provisiones para los españoles. Entonces entró una crisis alimenticia. Los indios y los españoles se asociaron
Yeah.
con su comida indígena y la comida española. El mestizaje en la comida.
How do you like that? The cultural blend.
I just want to say this is, for me, a very special moment
Yeah.
because this was Gloria's favorite dish. Philadelphia, guess what she wanted? Eat nacatamal. This particular dish meant a lot to her because when she was homesick, the nacatamal would cure the homesickness, and she would make a little cafe, and on a Sunday morning, I would warm it up for her in the steamer, and then she enjoyed it.
It's amazing that you met somebody from another part of the world that had that same appreciation for not just the food, but the fact that the preparation and the love and the care that goes into the food is also part of, it's an event, it's a happening, a wonderful thing.
There's only one explanation. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Esto que ves aquí es el producto del espíritu de raza, del espíritu de familia, y yo y mis otros hermanos. El alma se alegra y el amor crece. El amor a la tierra, a la sangre, a la familia y al país.
Located in the Masaya region of Nicaragua is a small town, San Juan de Oriente, famous for its unique pottery. Today, those traditions remain rooted in their ancient way and are becoming increasingly recognized by the outside world. I have fond memories of coming here to San Juan de Oriente with my late wife Gloria to purchase varieties of pottery, and I have many of them at home to remind me of those great days in Nicaragua.
Nuestra comunidad es más o menos unas 7,000 habitantes. El 95% trabaja cerámica en barro. Y eso es las raíces que mantiene este pueblo, porque es lo que nos da a conocer. Ya vimos anteriormente solo se trabajaba en molde, la cerámica rústica. Hoy en día, a partir de 1980, usamos el torno.
He's going to show us now the next step.
El barro contiene arena. De 100 libras de barro aplicamos 30 libras de arena. Un poco con esta piedra que también es de mar. Vamos y un poco de agua pasamos.
So he shaves off all the little particles of the sand that comes through the clay. See? Me. Barber.
Este también es barro. Y lo que hacemos en una tela muy fina, eliminamos o lo colamos, decimos nosotros, eliminamos piedras, raíces y arena. Tiene que ser muy fino. Esto nos va a ayudar a hacer una base a la pieza.
He's going to apply the slip 7 times, but he'll let it dry a little bit, apply it again.
Ahora vamos a pasarle plástico. Un plástico muy fino.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Muy fino, más brillo.
Sí.
Aquí lo tenemos ya terminado. Y vamos a aplicar óxido de zinc. Y esto lo vamos a aplicar por 4 veces. Esto nos va a ayudar a hacer una base.
I love the way the brush stroke stays right in it. Gorgeous. If you notice that they're working with plastic bags, it's to maintain the moisture. Otherwise, if it dries up, it doesn't work. So it has to have the right moisture level for him to work on it.
Ahora siempre con plástico.
Otra vez.
Volvemos otra vez. Va tomando más brillo, está más fino todavía, más pulido.
Oh, yeah. This reminds me of my recipes in the kitchen. You can't rush it, takes a lot of work to make it right, like here. Many steps. Oh, so smooth. Gosh, look at that. Now, after that, he's going to start applying the design. Whatever the customer wants or whatever he feels like making. They're making a stencil first, and from the stencil, they're applying it on here. Oh, you need good eyes. Necesita ojos muy bien. Look at that.
Entonces, después pintar. Después de pintar, dejamos secar. Puede ser una semana porque tiene que estar muy seca. Colores, separamos. Cuando necesitamos hacer un solo color, es así. Y después, siempre marcamos, como el diseño que vienen ahí. Ahora Ya tenemos marcado. Y después vamos con esta punta metálica de rayos de bicicleta.
The zinc oxide that was applied before, when you paint it and you scrape it off, it becomes white.
Hasta que queda igual.
Impressionante. What he's holding right now is the finished product. When it's all done, it goes in the oven. Basically, they're cooking it for 12 hours and then they would sit for another 8 hours to cool slowly down. If you cool it down too quick, it could break. So, Toan, you know, I'm married to a Nicaraguense for 47 years. And every time I come to Nicaragua, always we come over here to San Juan del Oriente to buy different ceramics. ¿Cuánto cuesta
Esto cuesta $40.
$40?
$40.
Okay, $40?
$40.
$40, okay. $40 is mine. When Gloria and I were looking for property to own, our love of fresh seafood and relaxation drew us to the Pacific coast. And when we purchased our beautiful beach property a few miles from San Juan del Sur, we envisioned it to be our place of retirement forever. It's an emotional journey for me coming back to Nicaragua, but having my son Patrick with me really makes it special. Making our way down the western coast of the country, Patrick, myself and our family would always stop for pottery first, but along the way we would also stop at the many food stands. Roadside stands are common in Nicaragua, where you can make a quick stop for fruits, vegetables and of course a fresh coconut. This particular stand was always our favorite, where we would pick up all of our breakfast essentials. So why break the tradition now? Originally a major hub of industry and trade routes, San Juan del Sur has transformed into a mecca of backpackers, tourists and surfers. Although the nightlife might be a new addition to the landscape, this beautiful coastal area still maintains the authentic feel of true Nicaragua with its markets and its relaxed lifestyle. This place is only a few kilometers from my secluded beach area, but here it's like the center of commerce for the fishermen. Many times I've been here with Gloria and Patrick buying fish right off the fisherman's boat. The people here buy fish and then resell them, but also what they're making is two very unique specialties. One is a fish soup they're making, which is absolutely spectacular. It has about between 3 to 8 different varieties of seafoods in there, and actually they're calling it the 8th spirit because of 8 different varieties of seafood. It's so good. A rich lobster flavor, shrimp flavor, properly seasoned. Reminds me of the old days. During my early days in Nicaragua, nobody was eating ceviche, but ceviche now is an international favorite. But what has not changed is the amount of seafood the ocean brings in. The flavor of this ceviche, which is basically red snapper and some other firm fish. Wow. The flavors are absolutely spectacular with ceviche. Just a stone throw away from my property in Playa Madera is this beautiful little shack right on the beach, and Playa Mahacual, where you can get the freshest chicken, the freshest seafood, and witness the most beautiful sunset you have ever seen. And Araceli is the chef here, and she's been working here for the last 11 years. She really works with her heart. It's about a passion. Everybody that comes here remembers this place, and not only because of the sunset, but the great food that she makes. My wife Gloria really loved her family, and today, in memory of her, we're making her favorite sauce, which is called encebollada. And so while it might sound very easy, there's nothing ever easy in a good recipe.
Tomate, cebolla va a la olla.
She puts it in the frying pan.
Un poco aceite oliva.
A little olive oil.
Sí. Y freímos un poco hasta que esté al punto.
She's cooking them down until the onions are caramelizing
Sí.
and the tomatoes falling apart.
Sí.
Some butter in there
Sí.
for extra flavor. A little bit of ground black pepper.
Salsa Lizano.
It's like a little hot sauce. You don't want to be too hot because everything has to caramelize.
Un poco sal. Okay. Vinagre.
See? You put a little bit of vinegar into it, not too much. She's going to mix it up. But the trick, again, is to make sure it's not overcooked. The onions just got to be right.
Chef, ¿cómo tú quieres esta salsa? ¿En qué carne quieres? ¿Pollo? ¿Res?
No carne, tengo pescado fresco de aquí.
Exacto,
Estamos
sí,
aquí en la
filet
playa.
de pescado.
Claro. It's the flavor of the sauce that makes it unique. But guess what? I don't see no cows out there. I see a lot of ocean. So fish is the idea. Hola, look at that.
Hola.
Thank you very much.
Voy a
Muchas
poner la
gracias.
salsa.
Claro, la salsa que nosotros hablamos bastante, ¿no?
Oh, sí, claro.
Well, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for making that happen.
Okay. Mucho gusto y es un placer haberlos tenidos aquí.
Okay.
Y los esperamos pronto.
Thank you. Wow. I mean, I'm not sure if Gloria is not cooking in there tonight. Exactly like hers. Spectacular is the word. She just hit it right on the mark. And I wanted to capture the moment because it's a moment that should be remembered forever.
Morning, Dad.
Yo, how did you sleep?
I slept great, but now I'm even better now that you're making some fruit salad.
Did the monkeys bother you at all?
Well, they woke me up at like 5 in the morning, but that's what's natural here at the beach.
The monkeys don't bother me no more, you know? So here we are in what we call our little Palomar. One philosophy I had when we first got here, to put a vacation home here that reminded me of the Black Forest where I'm from.
The first coffee plantation in the country was in San Marcos, where Mom grew up, where she was born and raised. Coffee is actually a science.
Nicaraguan coffee is very popular where I come from. Matter of fact, my mom still today, every afternoon, drinks a cup of Nicaraguan coffee in Germany.
Well, Mom would wake up before us, have the coffee going, fruit salad going. She designed it for us so that maybe we could make our own breakfast one day.
Right down on the beach.
Maduro is just extra ripened plantain.
And they're super sweet, you know. So let it get brown a little bit, and then you call me over for the eggs.
I need the egg spurt.
Yeah, expert. I am the expert. Million ways to cook an egg.
Look at that. Bright yellow yolk.
Oh, so much bright yellow yolk.
Gallo pinto, basically rice and red beans. But truly to the Nicaraguan style, we've got red beans that are endemic to this area, highly valued, super nutritious, and they call it gallo pinto, which stands for spotted rooster because of the appearance of the gallo pinto. But this is the true staple of Nicaragua.
Cooking is about love. When you cook, you put love into it, and my love for you is in the plate. Your breakfast is served.
Awesome.
We were spoiled when we used to be here with Mom.
I know. For me, I go gallo pinto into the egg, and egg into the gallo pinto.
When you come down here, you leave behind the hustle and bustle of the world. If you want to get in touch with the world, you can, but most people, including me, you take your phone, shut it off, get a good book, and read and just relax. But it's beautiful right? And it's safe, and the ocean is right here. You hear the noise, obviously, sometimes maybe too much of the monkeys. Eventually, I want to kick back, sit on the beach with a nice flor de caña, which is the beautiful rum of Nicaragua, and maybe write a book or two about my crazy life I've had.
You know, Dad, for me, this place sums up in one word: tranquilo, tranquil, chill. Put your watch away, leave the car keys hanging on a hook. It's a place where we come to appreciate each other.
And drink some rum. And I remember days when Patrick was like 3 years old, and I would send him off to buy a beer for his dad.
And a lollipop.
Gloria, I'd like to thank you for introducing me to the spectacular country of Nicaragua. I'm sitting here at Soda Matilda's, a little shack right on our beach here in Madeira. That's the exact spot I brought your ashes back to be reunited with your home, right in the ocean behind me, her favorite spot on the beach. Gloria, This episode is a tribute to you. I thank you for introducing me to this great country, its culture, its cuisine, its people, and its beauty.